I'm going to have Councilman Nakhan lead us in prayer and Councilman Lewis lead us in the pledge.
Heavenly Father, we come to you at this hour asking for your blessing and your help as we're gathered together. We pray for guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. We ask this in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
As presiding officer and chair, I'd like to announce the following. This is a public hearing. To address the council on any item on the agenda, please fill out the speaker form and submit it to the clerk prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. Staff assistance is available if needed. Items for submission to the council should be handed to Council Clerk Ms. Veronica Williams, seated to my left. The 3-minute rule is in effect, and when addressing the council, state your name and title for the official record. The 3-minute rule will be in effect. No debating or confrontational statements will be allowed. The front row to my left is for media only, and food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium. Please silence all phones and electronic devices. Meeting procedures are by resolution, not by Robert's Rule of Order. All documents with reference to the meetings can be found on the LCG website. And finally, council encourages your involvement on boards and commissions. If interested, call 291-8800. Chair announcements. Due to the Mardi Gras holidays, the council meetings for February and March have been scheduled on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of each month instead of the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays. Meetings will return to their typical schedule on April. The first Protect the City Committee meeting will be held March 16th at 11 a.m. here in the auditorium. There will be a special city council meeting called directly following this regular meeting. I would like to wish a happy birthday to Adam Marcentel, Civil Service Director. He will celebrate March 15th. Happy birthday, Adam. Notice is hereby given that the meeting will be held Tuesday, April 20th, 2021 at 5:30 at the Council Auditorium, 705 West University, Lafayette, Louisiana. The Lafayette City Council plans to consider a resolution ordering and calling an election to be held at the City of Lafayette, State of Louisiana, to authorize the renewal of ad valorem taxes therein. I do not have any announcements. I'm not seeing any fellow council members having announcements. We will move to the mayor, who's not here. Moving right along. Joint resolutions. This is a public hearing, and speaker forms are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Cindy? Is anyone here? I'm here.
Joint Resolution 007-2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 1600 12th Street to an adjourning landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 47:2202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Great job, B. Dusting off the old reading skills from when you used to do that. Way back in the day. I have a motion by Lazard, a second by Nakhan, I heard. A council discussion. I'm not seeing anything. Let's go to public comment.
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 1?
District 1?
yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 8-2021, a joint resolution with the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 615 Lafayette Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 47:2202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Cook, second by Lewis. Not seeing any council discussion. Do we have public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. The motion to adopt is approved.
I'm going to take a step back to the executive mayor president's report. I'm told that Lori does in fact have something. So, Lori, the floor is yours.
I apologize, Madam Chair. I was a little bit slow pushing the button. We are required to talk about our budget to actual report of all major funds. It is included on this agenda, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer it now or at a later time.
Sure. I'm not seeing council members have any concerns. I'm not seeing anyone buzz in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for joining us. We were just jumping back to your report. Is there anything that you would like to add?
No excuses for me being late, I apologize.
All good.
Talking to some guys about drainage in the back, I'm sure y'all wouldn't be too upset about that, but I have nothing to add. It's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. All right, we're jumping back, my apologies, to number 7. Cindy, will you please read?
Joint Resolution 9, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 2210 Moss Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
I have a motion by Lazard, a second by Nakhan. Any council discussion? I'm not seeing any public comment. All right, let's go to vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved.
Moving on to ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing, and speaker forms are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Cindy, will you please read?
City Ordinance 21, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council authorizing and directing the Lafayette Mayor President to execute an electric franchise agreement with the City of Scott.
I have a motion by Cook, second by Lewis. Council discussion. Councilman Nakhan, you have the floor.
Under the impression and understanding that this still has not been passed through the Scott Council, that is still pending. I'd like to get some answers to that, please.
Mayor, would you like to do that? Give me 1 second. Your mic is live.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So it has not, it's up for final adoption, and Scott, in my understanding, is April. I would ask the council to support this initiative. I ask that you don't defer it. Our LUS financial, I was going to say CFO, but the individuals that work with our CFO over at LUS and Jeff Stewart and all those guys have put a lot of effort in this. They would not seek one of these endeavors if it didn't make financial sense, number one. Number two, this ordinance only gives me permission to sign a contract if Scott agrees. So if the Scott City Council doesn't approve it, then it would be moot. If the council does grant it, then we would enter into a contract. And then the third point, just to remind everyone, we're not invading Scott, okay? It's only for new customers only that have a choice to seek LUS or to another utility system. So,
So we're not going to be futile in our efforts here if we pass this tonight.
if you defer or if you grant it?
If we pass it tonight, it's just not going to be for nothing. In other words, what you're thinking, that
That's
we could move
correct.
forward with this if Scott decides to move forward, that there's a possibility it could happen.
That's correct. So it would be in the hands of the
In
city
essence,
Scotts
though,
Council.
if we don't pass it tonight, if it is deferred, it doesn't affect it in any way except the rate on Scott to make sure that they're approving, correct?
You are technically correct. Again, I would ask to not do that. I would ask the council to go ahead and grant it, only because it could potentially delay our LUS personnel from doing what they need to do to make good business decisions.
I understand. A constituent sent some questions in, and I'd like to there's 9 of them to answer. Would you like me to give you a copy of the questions so you could look at them quickly? Maybe somebody from LUS would
Give me
come
the
forward,
easy
Mr.
questions,
Stewart.
give Lowell Dewey all the hard ones. He's back.
Okay, I mean, it's really pretty cut and dry as far as I'm concerned. Who could come forward just to answer some basic questions? I'll give you a copy of them to look at it if you like.
And I'll defer to the chair how you want to handle that.
That's fine. Lowell's coming up. Do you just want to go, do you have a copy?
And they had both questions,
You can start.
both ordinances had the same questions essentially.
Okay.
I think I know the answers, but I think it'd be better if it came from somebody from LUS.
All right, Lowell Dewey, Interim Director of Lafayette Utilities. I'm just looking at this for the first time, so.
Basically, the first question says, since when does the LCG make and sign a franchise agreement for a city-owned utility system? The utility department shall function in accordance with conditions including the current or future bond resolutions and covenants, except for that, the reference to the city and our Lafayette Public Utilities Authority, then shall refer to the city council as the governing authority. the city council can only approve a city agreement. Well, at this point, that's what we're here for, to approve a city agreement and negotiations in order to get a contract with the city of Scott. So I think that would answer the question.
Yeah, and we actually spoke with Larry Marino about this, whether or not the language between Lafayette Consolidated Government versus City of Lafayette, if there's a big difference in this franchise agreement, and he assured me that there was nothing.
Correct.
So we were good
So,
there.
and basically what we're doing is just we're trying to sell electricity to have more income for LUS is basically what this is all about.
Pretty much, yep.
Since LUS is not under the Louisiana Public Service Commission jurisdiction, but under the Lafayette City Council, LUS PSC jurisdiction, then who will the Scott customers elect to the LUS Public Service representatives? Well, they won't have any.
No, they
They're
won't.
customers.
It'll be you guys, basically.
They're just customers is all they are.
That's
They're
right.
basically buying a service from our utilities company, which the cities of Lafayette people, the residents of Lafayette own.
That's correct. Similar to our franchise agreement with them with the water.
Right.
They really don't have any representation anyway, either, except for you guys.
And it's similar to most electrical supply companies. They sell a product to customers. That's what we're doing.
That's pretty much.
Okay. Customers/voters outside the LUS PSC could demand representation on the LUS Public Service Commission. I don't think so.
I don't understand.
see how that could
LUS
happen.
doesn't have a public service commission.
No.
But I think
No.
what they're expecting is the city council.
Right. I mean, they have no representation on the council, so they couldn't demand anything there, I don't think. How will the Scott ratepayers be represented on the Lafayette City Council that set their rates? Well, they won't be. They're basically customers. They're
Same.
buying a product from
Yep,
us.
that's right.
It's an agreement that they come to us for, and we come to an agreement and a contract. It's like any service that's provided under a contract.
That's correct.
Okay. Why are we charging equal rates to non-owners when LUS already has an out-of-city rate? We aren't charging equal rates, if my understanding is correct, that they are paying a higher rate.
They are out of city rates, that's correct.
Okay, so they aren't getting the basic price that our customers in the city of Lafayette get. They aren't getting the same price.
They are not, that's what you said, right?
The council only needs to create non-city rates for all others. Well, that's, as far as I know, set through utilities, through y'all, through LUS.
Actually, you guys set the rates. We bring them to you guys, and y'all have to.
We did set the rates years ago. Okay, so the rates have been set for a while. Okay.
That's correct.
Why are we giving the city of Scott better? Well, we're not giving them better
We're not.
rates. Did the city of Scott request bids for service? I would say yes.
You know, we reached out to the mayor of Scott and proposed this to him, and yeah, he was open to it, and that's how the negotiations started.
And it all started basically in some issues they had with Slimco too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I can tell you that the reason we were able to do that is because the agreement that we had with Scott, it was a contract that we had with Scott, expired, and Slimco, and Slimco decided not to renew it. It gave us the opportunity to go and compete outside the
So
city.
that was the issue with Slimco. They decided not to renew the agreement they originally had.
That just opened us up to be able to
it.
compete
They had to
outside
go
the city.
somewhere. They had to go somewhere to get service. Okay. And last but not least, the last question is, how and why is the contract for 17 years? Is that the case?
God, I didn't see that. I want to say that we wanted to tie it in with the water. I'd have to check.
Yeah.
We have a water franchise agreement with the city of Scott, and I thought maybe we were
But I
trying
don't
to
see
tie
why
it
the
in.
time frame would be an issue. And it also gives us time to renegotiate if we have to or whatever. I mean, they can
right.
always
Yep.
look for other
Yep.
things. So the contract is a contract, for whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, it's 17 years. Okay. Those were the questions to be asked. I think they were thoroughly answered. And at this point, I really don't have any problem moving forward with this. I don't know about anybody else here, but I think we can move forward with confidence that we're moving in the right direction. So I'd like to ask everyone to support this ordinance. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dion. Thank you, Madam President.
No, thank you, Councilman. And Madam Chair, one other thought, if you get these questions respectfully for each of your districts. This is a rare occasion. Historically, if you think 20, 30 years, a lot of you guys have served previously on the council before, and you notice that there was these little monopolies granted by law, allowed by law. And this is a rare occasion. So that's my appreciation of history that because of what Mr. Dion said, the contract wasn't renewed. This did open up an opportunity for capitalism, basically, and I can't say it any other way. So the citizens of Scott would have a choice, and we would respect that. So, thank you for your consideration.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, and I have a motion and a second. Do
feel
we
like it.
have any, Motion second, motion by Nakhan, second by Lazard. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 22, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council authorizing and directing the Lafayette Mayor President to execute a street lighting agreement with the City of Scott.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Cook, second by Lewis. Council discussion. Mr. Nakhan, you have the floor.
Yes, going back to this ordinance, naturally, I had the same list of questions for this ordinance, so we're not going to run through that again, but just to let the constituent know that basically the answers are the same, that one goes hand in hand with the other. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nakhan. Okay, do we have any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 25, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council declaring the building or structure located at 509 Gerald Drive, Lafayette, Louisiana, owned by James Fred Van Landingham Jr. and Kristen Stewart Van Landingham, care of Gerald J. Block, attorney appointed, to be dilapidated and dangerous to the public welfare, and ordering the condemnation of same.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Lewis, second by Cook. Do I have council discussion? I'm not seeing any. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 28, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council declaring the City of Lafayette's intention to acquire full ownership of that adjudicated property located at 100 and 102 Denver Circle within the City of Lafayette.
So moved.
Can I, motion by Nakhan, second by Cook. Council discussion? I'm not seeing any. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 29, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council declaring the Digby Road Detention Project a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition of the necessary rights-of-way, immovable property, and other property rights requisite to the construction of said project, either on an amicable basis or through the use of the expropriation process if necessary.
I have a motion by Cook,
Second.
second by Nakhan. Council discussion? I'm not seeing any. Public comments?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 30, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council declaring the Lake Farm Road Detention Project a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition of the necessary rights-of-way and movable property and other property rights requisite to the construction of said project, either on an amicable basis or through the use of the expropriation process if necessary.
I have a motion by Cook. I'm going to go second by Lazard. Council discussion? Not seeing any. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
The motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 31, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council providing for the abandonment of a 5-foot access and drainage servitude on Lot 130A of Old Town at Mill Creek, Phase 3A subdivision, located at 108 Homestead Lane.
Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
I have a motion by Cook, second by Nakhan. Council discussion? I'm not seeing any. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, go to a vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4? Yes. The motion to adopt is approved.
All right, consider for appointment by council as a whole for boards and commissions. Cindy, will you please read?
Appointment to the Lafayette Civil Service Board for the remainder of an unexpired 4-year term through February 28, 2022. This nomination list is provided by Ashram in lieu of Southern University.
The resumes received for consideration are from Julie Broussard, Kylie Brundridge, I'm going to butcher it, sorry. Montisha Givens, Andrea Aber, and James Ziller. James Ziller is the incumbent, and the parish appointed Ziller at their last meeting, so we're going to remove him. The last one is no longer allowed to be nominated. I'm going to open the floor for nominations. Councilman Lazard?
Wait, I think we have to both agree on a nominee. We have to both agree on a nominee, don't we?
No?
We asked if we both have to agree on the nominee. No, we don't.
No.
Yeah.
Separate appointment.
Yes.
That's separate appointments.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's by different university.
Okay, so this,
Yeah. I see why you think that, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Councilman Lazard, you have the floor.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Manshita Gibbons.
Manchika Givens is nominated by Lazard. Thank you. Can you clear your screen? Thank you. Press done. Thank you. Cook?
I'd like to nominate Julie Broussard.
Julie Broussard. I'm not seeing any other nominations, so we have Julie Broussard and Manshika Givens. Please call for a vote.
District 1,
I'm sorry, a public comment?
No, ma'am.
Okay, go to a vote.
District 1, District 2,
Givens.
District 3,
Broussard.
District 4,
Broussard.
District 5.
Gibbons.
Manshita Givens is appointed.
Moving on to introductory ordinances, I'm going to ask for a motion and a second from the council to introduce items 16 and 17 in globo. Can I get a motion? Second? Motion by Lazard, second by Cook. Cindy, will you please read?
City Ordinance 32, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number 0N2021-0005, 4000 Block Moss Street, 200 through 300 Block Maryview Farm Road rezoning, located generally north of Maryview Farm Road, west of Alley Deschaines, and south of Acorn Drive, being rezoned from residential single-family to residential single-family. City Ordinance 33, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code and the official map of the city of Lafayette, providing for the annexation of additional land into the corporate limits of the city of Lafayette, Louisiana, case number 0N2021-0006, 507 Crestlawn Drive annexation, located generally north of Crestlawn Drive, east of Blue Rose Lane, and west of Perrette Drive, and assigning a zoning classification of residential single-family District 4.
Council discussion? Not seeing any. Public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote to introduce in globo 16 and 17.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1. The motion to introduce in globo is approved.
Moving on to joint introductory ordinances. Cindy, will you please read?
Joint Ordinance 12, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and Lafayette Parish Council declaring the Homewood Drive Detention Pond Project a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition of the necessary rights-of-way and movable property and other property rights requisite to the construction of said project, either on an amicable basis or through the use of the expropriation process if necessary.
Motion and a second. Motion by Cook, second by Lewis. Council discussion? I'm not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 3,
Yes?
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
No.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
The motion to introduce is approved.
All right, I'm going to adjourn the city council meeting and call to order the city council special meeting. It is now in order. Chair announcements. Due to the Mardi Gras holiday, city council meetings for February and March have been scheduled the second and fourth Tuesdays of each month instead of the first and third. Meetings will return to normal in April. The first Protect the City Committee will be held March 16th at 11 a.m. here in this auditorium. This is an ordinance to consider extending LUS fiber services to Iberia Parish. This is a public hearing, and speaker forms are available for anyone wishing to address the council. 3-minute rule does apply. Before moving on to the ordinance, I will defer to legal to explain why there is a need to call a Special meeting.
Yeah.
Legal,
We
you
don't
have
need
the
to-
floor.
We don't need to do that for a special meeting. That's only in an emergency, so that was put there in error.
I was just reading what you told me to be. I was only doing what I
You
was
read it
told.
well.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Cindy, will you please read?
City Ordinance 34, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council authorizing the acceptance of grant funds from the United States Department of Commerce Economic Development Administration in the amount of $3,100,000 for the Acadiana Fiber Optics Infrastructure Improvement Project, amending the fiscal year 2021 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues in the amount of $3,100,000 in grant funds received, recognizing and appropriating said grant funds, along with the appropriation of required matching funds in the amount of $778,890 within the Communication System Department, authorizing and directing the Lafayette Mayor President to enter into and sign any and all contracts and other documents necessary, incidental, convenient, or desirable to provide for the receipt and expenditure of said grant funds in accordance with the terms of said grant, and authorizing the Chief Financial Officer through the Lafayette Mayor President to make administrative budget revisions to comply with the requirements of this ordinance.
Do I have a motion and a second? I have a motion by Nakhan, seconded by Lazar. Council discussion. Councilman Lewis, I'm sorry, Councilman Lazar, you have the floor.
Just a couple of quick questions. I guess I'll direct this to the mayor, I guess, or.
Sure,
whoever
we can
wants
start
to-
there.
Wants to answer it.
Your mic's hot, Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Certainly, we're not going to turn down a $3 million grant.
Correct.
The 778, 890 matching, first of all, where is that coming from?
That would come out of LUS Fiber's budget. And just to add to it, it would be, if we gained no other new clients from this particular operation, we would recoup that in about 18 months. But we do anticipate additional clients,
Okay.
customers, sorry.
And this is primarily to serve the business corridor along Highway 90?
Right, and I don't want to steal the thunder of our LUS Fiber awesome director, and Celeste is also here, who has been instrumental. These two ladies have worked very hard on this. But to answer your question while y'all are walking up is yes. And if Celeste could add to it, or Kayla, okay. And look, these two ladies have worked hard. When they first briefed me on this, this was pretty interesting.
So the grant is to extend services to several business parks throughout Lafayette Parish, St. Martin Parish, and Iberia Parish. So there's several business parks that we
But
will
it's
be.
primarily along the Highway 90 corridor, correct?
There is some services along Highway 90 corridor, yes.
Okay. And
But we are going into New Iberia as well.
how far south does it go? To the port?
No, it's not going all the way to the port. So we're going into the airport, which is the Acadiana Regional Airport, and then we're going into downtown New Iberia, but we're not going all the way to the port of Iberia.
So we are going to be serving some residential customers possibly?
So we will have ability to serve residential customers. We are building capacity to do that. However, this grant is not for residential customers. It's specific to business development.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I
true.
have.
Thank you, sir. Will you
Thank
X
you,
out your
Councilman.
mic, please?
Thank you.
Councilman Lewis, you have the floor. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you guys are still up there. Understand it's going, like Mr. Lazar was talking about, on the Highway 90 corridor, correct? We going south, going toward New Iberia. Businesses only, that's what the grant is for, correct? But going north, we have Amazon that's coming there. We also have FedEx, you have Walmart and Super One. That's Lafayette Parish. But then we're gonna leave Lafayette Parish and go into another parish, like you guys just said, St. Martin Parish. But what about what's going on the corridor of Highway 9? Again, everyone knows that Amazon is coming within the summer, around August. So are you guys planning on, I mean, who's gonna answer? Who are you planning on?
So we do plan on continuing our current expansion efforts within Lafayette Parish, which if Amazon takes service from us, we will extend to them as well. So, we will continue those efforts. This is just a separate and apart from that.
Okay, but again, when I read the paper, when this first came out, it said Lafayette going south and also west to Scott. But again, we are servicing going towards south in other parishes. And I would like to see, really, we take care of Lafayette Parish. Even though in Scott, that's still Lafayette Parish. Broussard, Lafayette Parish. Carencro, Lafayette Parish. But we're not extending to Carencro unless, like you just said, if Amazon would like to take. You have Walmart and Super One in Carencro. Are y'all expanding there already? No?
So just to build on what Celeste said, so we are not stopping our current expansion projects to then divert all of our attention to this specific expansion project. This is going to be coupled with our current construction, our current plans to continue expanding throughout Lafayette Parish. So we're not halting any of that to focus on this. We're going to be doing both at the same time.
I understand it, but why wasn't it included?
Councilman, if I could add to that, maybe it might help.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Why wasn't it included, Carencro going south instead of Lafayette going south? That's my basic question. Yes, sir.
Well, to answer that question is, so this opportunity to expand to the areas where we expanded, it happens to be the south and to the west, is because of the grant. And we were one of the few companies, telecommunication companies in the country, well, in this area, we're the only one that would qualify that because we're municipally owned. The second thing I would add to everybody, to all our council members and anyone listening, for years, we always hear, run government like a business, run it like a business. Well, there's some sensitivities to government, but this actually is a business. And the part of a business is to get customers, new customers, and we just happen to be in an opportunity where the federal government's going to pay $3.1 or $3.2 million of an overall close to $4 million project. So it makes financial sense to take the money because Lafayette, the city of Lafayette benefits. The goal for LUS Fiber years to come is to be in a position like LUS where they're paying an ILOT. They're not even in that position right now. We're not even in that position. But I do believe efforts like this will help us get there. And expanding to the north, to the southeast, west, wherever it makes sense financially and from a business standpoint, we should explore. And they are. They're doing a good job.
Again, I want to see this happen. I'm not against it at all. I'm for it. But my concern is that we have in Lafayette Parish a big corporation coming, and we also have areas, again, FedEx, we have the Target on Louisiana Avenue. We have all these areas I don't believe that have fiber right now. And again, I'm just questioning why it wasn't from all of Lafayette Parish going south. And understand what the mayor is saying about running like a business, that still doesn't stop it. Because we have a big company that's coming in the Carencro area that people are going to take advantage of it from, I don't care where they come from, Baton Rouge, Lake Charles. And it's especially Lafayette Parish. And I'm for the, what's going on, but again, I think Lafayette Parish all of Lafayette Parish should be involved in this, what's going on right now, not just Lafayette going south. I mean, the Port of Iberia, well, we're not going to Port of Iberia, but downtown in New Iberia, that's fine. But I don't think you can compare with FedEx and Amazon.
So the grant was very specific on its requirements, and those areas met those requirements, which is why we went there. And we partnered with APC through this project, which is, they brought this specific need to us, and that's the avenue.
Well, I have no problem with it. Again, I will support it, but my thoughts, my observation is that I don't care who you guys partner with, Carencro is right there. Y'all could have included that in there and maybe not go all the way to downtown out in New Iberia. I don't know. I wasn't involved in that. I do not know. I'm just saying that I don't see why Carencro was not involved. That's my point. The north of Lafayette.
Well, I share in Councilman Lewis's enthusiasm. Do y'all?
Yeah, so,
I'm with him.
So
Yeah.
we're all in agreement. We
Yeah.
want to serve
Yeah,
all
North-
of Lafayette Parish.
Right, okay.
I want to serve Amazon.
Right,
Like,
okay.
I mean, we're all on board. And this project, it's my understanding that those areas
Right.
did not qualify for this specific money, but that does not mean that we are not actively looking for additional federal
Okay.
grant funds
Sure.
to do
Yeah.
those projects and those
Yeah.
areas.
Okay.
But a project like this will
Yeah.
spur our cash flow
Mm-hmm.
to be able to continue expanding in our desired area a lot faster.
I just don't
So
want
it's
to,
a-
I just
we
do
won't
not.
forget them.
I just do not
yeah.
want to forget, I'm sorry, I
Absolutely
kept
not.
saying Carencro, but not
No,
Lafayette. Upper
absolutely.
Lafayette, not Lafayette, I don't care what it's called.
All of it.
Because it's talking about going south. That's where my concern is. South when you have a North Lafayette. So
Absolutely.
that's my concern, you know. Okay, thank you.
And also, Councilman, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but we do service Karen Crow to a degree. All of our municipalities have an opportunity.
Yes, we do have service
Yeah,
within.
I understand residential, but this is a business grant. That's what I'm talking about, not residential. This is a business grant.
Yes, and we
Okay?
do have some services, I believe, in downtown Karen Crow business area.
Okay, I just don't want to forget North Lafayette, that's all.
There's no forgetting North Lafayette, Pat.
I'm on Councilman Lewis's side.
There's no forgetting us.
I don't want to forget, because Amazon is coming, you know,
Yep.
and I
Yes,
want to
sir.
be ready for it. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Do you mind exiting out?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Councilman Nakhan, you have the floor.
Had one question for understanding. Had we tried to include North Lafayette in this grant, we would not have gotten the grant. Is that my understanding? Had we tried to include North Lafayette, which didn't qualify for the grant, we would not have gotten the grant? Is that the case?
Yes.
Okay.
If we included
So
areas that didn't qualify,
that
those would be
clarifies the
restricted.
reason for the grant going south, is that's where it qualified for the money. Okay, thank you.
Councilman Lazar, you have the floor.
This is on another topic, and hopefully y'all can answer. I mean, I know y'all can answer, because that's what y'all do. But where do we stand in terms of addressing the digital divide, especially as it pertains to underserved segments of the population and lower income population?
So we have a couple different initiatives that we are working on. One is our partnership with the Lafayette Parish School System, specifically identifying those households in need with school-age children. So obviously, when this pandemic hit, it skyrocketed the necessity of our services. So it went from being a luxury to a need, just like any other utility. And so while we saw a huge demand in our services and tried to address it on every front, it really became the school-age children that became the highest priority. And so that's where we focused our immediate attention and have been able to partner with the Lafayette Parish School System to provide services to all of those households that fit their requirements, those qualifications. But we are working additionally to qualify for certain federal funds to be able to offer like federally approved programs for all low-income households. And we are still actively working on that. That isn't complete yet, but it's one of our big priorities.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Lewis, you have the floor.
I just want to follow up Mr. Nakhan's question. You're saying that you guys did include North Lafayette? And no, what's your question again?
The monies were qualified strictly for what was approved with the grant, which was Highway 90 and West. If they'd have tried to include
Yeah,
North Lafayette,
yeah.
they wouldn't have gotten the grant.
Yeah, that's my point. If you guys, like what he's asking,
North
if
Lafayette
y'all
got
include North Lafayette, the grant probably wouldn't have happened.
It didn't
Correct.
qualify.
Correct.
It didn't
It wouldn't have
qualify.
qualified.
It wouldn't have.
It would not have, it would not. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Not seeing any more council discussion. Thank you, ladies, so much. Appreciate it. Veronica, do we have any public comments?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
The motion to introduce is approved.
This ordinance will be on the March 23rd City Council meeting agenda for final adoption. I did enjoy, but I also adjourned the City Council special meeting. Thank you all.
Journey.
Everyone have a good night. Thank you.
You enjoyed the journey.